Alright, and for today's log, we have another special section. There is a new pre-online battle event for the Battle Arena. So, till now, on the Arena app, there has not been any battles. So, this is the first time that they are doing a pre-online battle event. So, I think it's supposed to be like the first time they are launching such a battle event, and it's just going to set the precedence for the battle events going forward. That's why it's called a pre-online battle event. And for this pre-event, which is kind of like a trial run, I guess, but there will be a ranking battle where we get to fight against the other players around the world for battle points according to the announcement. And in this event, we will get to fight 10 battles during the event period, which is just within 24 hours, and it has really been a few hours since it's gone. Apparently it's quite buggy. There were a lot of disconnection issues, which they also announced in a later news. But the good thing is that well, there are a few open series, and I kind of want to explore how they're going to execute that, because we know there's Bracelet BE, Digital Monster, and there's Vital Hero, and then there's the Vital Bracelet series as well. And does that mean that the points are all accumulated? Well, let's find out. This is the first time playing this, and it's good to discover this together. Apparently there'll be ranking rewards for the points. So if you get so basically you fight, from what you gather so far, after you fight you gather points from each battle depending on how the battle turns out, I guess, and then you get ranked based on the amount of points you get. So the more points, the better, and of course the higher rank you are, the better the rewards. And it seems like you get the 1st to 10th, you get ability tickets, 3 ability tickets, and from the 11th to the 50th you get 2 ability tickets, and 51st to 100th rank you get 1 ability ticket, and then anything below that you get vital drinks. So firstly, I just have to say I called it, right? Because in one of the earlier videos I was wondering if they're going to release items within the app that allows you to change your ability, because the ability just seems so unfair, right? It's all randomized, and you can raise your Digimon till it's like mega level with like 999 stats for HP, AP, and BP, only for it to get a not so good ability. Doesn't mean it's a normal ability, means it's not good, but it could be that the attribute from the ability is not something you want. Like if it increases HP, and maybe HP is not that important to you, then you wouldn't really want the ability with the HP boost, right? But here, with the ability tickets, it means that you can redraw a new ability for your favorite Digimon without having to like raise 2 Imperial Dragon Paladin modes, because it's just going to be so difficult. Another thing is that there seems to be vital drinks, so that's great, because if you have vital drinks, means you're gonna have a way to recover your vitals. But let's see if you actually recover vitals after fighting the enemy. We had a problem when we are doing the free battles or training battles. You use vital values as a currency to enter into battle, but there's no way to recover them. Even when you win, the vital values stay low, which is not great. So at least you have vital drinks now, but let's hope that even in arena ranking battles you get some recovered vital values. I think that makes more sense. But yes, having ability tickets as a ranking reward would be interesting. Of course, this being a pre-trial kind of event doesn't mean that it is definitely going to stay that way. It gives a benchmark of how the events might turn out in the future, but Bandai has been known to use some of the trial, or what do you call that? Yeah, trial events basically, as a way to make certain tweaks or adjustments based on the feedback that they gather from the event. So if players come and say that, hey, ability tickets at rank 100 is really too cheap, and it's really difficult to get into rank 100, so they could adjust that even at rank 1000 you could really get ability ticket 1 in the future. So that's kind of what happened in the Vital Bracelet Lab app as well. Initially only a very high ranked user in the ranked raids, back then it was raids, would get the storage capsule. If I recall correctly, I think it was top 200 or 100 on the first few raid events, which were kind of like trial events. And what happened was, eventually they loosened the criteria such that once you are within ranked 1000, you would be able to get storage capsules, because people were just complaining that it's too difficult to get it. No, I think it was 500 to 1000. So they changed from 500 to 1000, right? They loosened the criteria. So they will make adjustments based on the feedback on the event. So this is really important. If you partake in it, you have certain feedback, you can always put it to Bandai for them to make those adjustments. But for starters, I think the first feedback that they really gotten is that there were intermittent disconnections, and they of course acknowledged that and said that, oh, okay, the event battle is unstable at this time. So, you know, they acknowledge that and they will work on it. And I think in the future, they will try to fix the stability of this. So, and of course, another thing to note is that apparently, if you are watching this video, you probably still have time. Within the next 30 days, please log in, because they will already give you pre-ability tickets. So it's kind of like equivalent to, you know, ranking 1st to 10th. You know, imagine it's like as valuable as ranking 1st to 10th, but just logging in, you get 3 ability tickets. So why not just log in, get your tickets? Even if you're waiting for your bracelet to arrive, you can already start this account and get your account set up and get those ability tickets while you're waiting for your bracelet to arrive. So just log in, get the free gifts. Okay, it's really valuable. It's equivalent to ranking 1st to 10th. Imagine. Alright, so before we start on the actual battle, I would like to offer a tip of advice for me, even myself, because they've already acknowledged that connection needs to be stable. And even in my own house, I find that the Wi-Fi spot sometimes is a little tricky. So I found that it's better for me to turn off my Wi-Fi option on my phone when I'm doing these battles to ensure a consistent kind of experience and not to face the connectivity issues. So before we go on to that, I will switch on my 5G on my mobile. I'll take a pause on this video. Alright, and I'm back and I have 5G switched on, and I shall proceed to try the first battle, and let's see how it turns out. If it's really bad connection still continuing, there were people complaining earlier in the day. Alright, as you can see, it is still unstable. It basically locked me out, so now I have to log back into that. So case in point, try to get a better connection, a more stable connection before you continue into the battle. You wouldn't want to crash out of the battle. I think there are a lot of Bracelet BE players who have just started, so they're all trying out this battle, probably loading it too much. So that's how it looks like. You saw Gamamon. I really wonder, considering the other segments are also there, do the points accumulate? So that's really interesting. Oh, you can see here, you have these knobs there that signify the number of times you have participated. So that's cool. And let's give it a shot. I already have the ability tickets that I got for free. Let's try battling. So we'll see how it turns out. I'm still not very good at this attack phase, pressing of the buttons. I tend to miss and I only get like 10 shots or something. So let's see how it goes. Come on. Alright, against Gamamon and Battle Gamamon. Awesome. So that's a free win, I hope. I have a matching ability for my Imperial Dramon Fighter mode. Alright, first attack order, let's go. Pressure is on. Let's see. Alright, 22. I can probably do better. I bet there are like tons of other online players performing much better than me. But let's go Imperial Drama Fighter mode. The reason I chose Imperial Drama Fighter mode instead of Paladin is because Imperial Drama Fighter mode has an ability which says it gets an extra stats boost if the... Okay, let me focus here first. Defense. Alright, did it well. So, he has an extra stats boost if the ally attribute is of the same attribute as itself, and it's free type. So, and Imperial Dramon Dragon mode is also free type, so that's great. So it gets the extra stats boost it's supposed to get, and it raises both if I'm not wrong. Let's check it out again after this battle. Alright, shall we finish this with a V attack? No. Oh, I missed it. Maximum 15. But let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I think the stats is just overwhelming, right? Oh, he missed it. He missed his defense. You're trying to hit a max and it just went down to 1. I think it's win. Honestly, this player, whoever he is, he made the right choice. Even though it's only Garamon and Battle Garamon, which are the test characters, you should just play the battles. Why? Because it's free and you're just gonna get some rewards out of it regardless, right? So just do it. Now I wonder if the points accumulate. We will have to try it across the different sections to know for sure. But yes, that's one battle less. I have one less battle now. Can I check out my stats of my character? Whoa. Okay, let's get up to the top and let's see. Let's get up to the top and let's see how far I rank. I'm not sure if by the end of this video I can complete all 10 battles, but it seems quite fast. Raises allies character by 10% at the start of the battle if ally character has the same attribute. Is it only at the start or does it raise it permanently during the battle? I don't know. But it's still 10% if it's the same character, same attribute. So it makes sense for me to use. And Dragon mode is a little more selfish. He just raises his own HP by 5%. And notice, yes, so I think 300 vital values went down for each of them. Right, they were like 9,900 and he was like 9,008, and now it's less by 300. So by the end of this arena battle, they will have like hardly anything left. No, 3,000 less basically, because it's 10 times 300, 3,000, right? So let's see how well this goes. Second battle. I think I could finish all 10 battles within this video. Meanwhile, I'm just racking up battles for my Chaos Gamamon. Okay, not great connection for some reason. I think this is the intermittent thing they were talking about. I hope that doesn't count as one attempt. That's gonna suck. That's like really luck based, you know. If you're unlucky and you didn't manage to get a battle due to stable connections, then... Oh, okay, so it doesn't. Okay, let's try it again. So here we go. But this means that doing 10 battles is really quite time consuming, huh? Just waited a few minutes in between. You can just quickly do a marathon through. I'm hoping that it doesn't take more than 1 hour. It could also mean that they can't get another battle. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch on back to Wi-Fi. I'm going to try again. The only concern I had was that when I was on Wi-Fi, when I moved to another part of my house with weaker spot of Wi-Fi, that handover from Wi-Fi to mobile data tends to cause a disconnect during the battle, and that's worse. To me, I think that's even more detrimental apparently. Okay, so let's try it again. I'll be back. Okay, back on Wi-Fi. Let's see. Maybe they need more data packets, and that's why they needed Wi-Fi instead. But 5G is supposed to be just as good. Let's try again. Maybe it's just short of battlers on the network, and that's why they're displaying network connection issues. Okay, no. So it seems like Wi-Fi is supposed to be. Alright, Gamamon and Vmon. Interesting matchup. Sorry, I don't sound like I'm very being very sporting to be happy that I'm matching up my Mega Digimon against Rookie Digimon, but hey, there are ability tickets at stake here, so it will be great if I can get some easy wins. Okay, looks like it will take a while. Start loading. Apparently guys, if this persists, do not quit the app, which is a tendency for some people to do so. Just think that the app is stuck and they just want to quit the app because they think that it's not gonna load, and quitting is gonna help them reboot the battle. I'm not sure if they fixed that bug in version 1.0.5 now, but in the earlier iterations when other players did that, even for the free battles, they found that they were locked out of their accounts. So when they quit and they try to resume, because the app has not built for a scenario where players have a discontinued battle to resume, there was no way for them to get back into the home page because of that quit battle. And I don't know what happened to those users that were locked out in that never-ending loop of not getting into their home screen, but some of them made the mistake to further delete their app and reinstall the app, and at the time there was still no BNID, so doing that basically meant that all their data is gone and all those Digimon that they had in the app was gone. So don't do that. My suggestion is, firstly, don't delete or reinstall the app, because unless you have a BNID linked, all your data could be lost. And next is, don't quit the battle. If you can, just stay patient, wait for it to load. If it doesn't, it will just say that it failed to connect and it'll probably bring you back to the home screen, but it's still better than trying to take matter into your own hands and just quitting the app, because you know you might not be able to get back into your account until they patch it up, and that's worse. So in this regard, I might actually have to stop recording all the battles, because if every battle is going to be like this, then you know it's not going to play well. I suspect what happened is that player with the Gamamon and Vmon probably quit midway, which might have resulted in this never-ending loop. Because I mean, if I saw my Gamamon again and Vmon against an Imperial Dragon Fighter mode and Dragon mode, I would be tempted to quit the battle, because it's definitely not going to win. So apparently this was reported as well. If any one of the players quit the battle, then yeah, it could trigger an event like this, where you know where the other player that did not quit just faces an never-ending looping screen. So and with this is probably where I'll end the recording, because it will be a long time and a long wait for this to load entirely. So I will be back if there are any other updates regarding the arena battle and arena event. Hey guys, I'm back, and it's absolute rubbish. This entire experience so far, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I can totally understand why people are complaining. So far I've tried 9 battles out of 10, and I said tried because honestly I was only able to engage 5 battles. And of these 5 battles, I suspect the first one was probably CPU, or it could be just a player trying for fun. But honestly, it is really bad. The other four players that I was connected to coincidentally had like some kind of combination of Mega and Ultimate Digimon, but they probably felt like they might not win. And I suspect, honestly, it's a recurring theme. I suspect is that they knew they're not gonna win, so they just quit the battle. And the one that is left waiting for the battle to continue is just wasting his time. So there was a good time. I just waited for 15 minutes and I just couldn't take it. Like I knew that that person is gone, and I took the risk. I just quit the app. And I know earlier in the video I mentioned that it's best not to quit the app, but honestly, at that rate, I knew the battle was not going to happen, and I have already managed to sync my account to my BNID, right? So I knew that even if anything shit goes down, I can recover my Digimon from the BNID backup. So I quit that. But for those who have not linked your account to a BNID, do not quit, because there is still a risk that you might get locked out of your app. So unless it's really like a last resort kind of thing. Actually, moral of the story is just link to your BNID, because chances are you will probably have to quit the battle that is just on an endless loop. So the last part of the video where I quit and I said I will stop recording, that was it for the other 4 times out of 9, where it was just an endless loop of that screen loading and loading. And I suspect the other opponent just knew that he potentially couldn't win, so he just quit. So because of that, each time that it was a disconnected battle, you can see the score that I got. Okay, so I won 5 times, and each time was about 600 points that I got, 600 to 700 thereabouts. So 5 times 600 to 700, give or take, I would say it's about 3,000 points coming from the battles that I've won. The other 500 points or so, right? Each time a battle disconnected, I only got 100 points. So that's a very big disadvantage. So basically, I just shortchanged myself because of all these other players and just forfeiting the battle, and I only got 100 points. So I could have won them, but I couldn't because they disconnected. So I've just wasted. So I'm really close to the 100 ranking. I'm honestly not hoping to get top 100, because I know that it will probably, even if I manage to squeeze into somewhere top 100, I will just probably get kicked out in the last few hours of the event. That's how it usually happens. In the last few hours of the events, there will be a rush of people trying to get it, and some of them might be able to just squeeze in. So I'm not having any hopes on this. Honestly, I'm happy with the 3 abilities that I have. So I'm just continuing to record the last battle just to let you have a taste of how it's like. And of course, if I manage to get a connected battle successfully, that will be fun to watch. If I don't, then you can see how painful it is to wait for a quitter who might have just quit the app, and I'm just left hanging, and it's really such a waste of time. And honestly, they have to fix this. Like in most games where you have a live opponent match, and if the other opponent disconnects, usually the opponent that has initiated the forfeit is the one that will suffer a loss, and the player that did not is the one to suffer a win. Or you can do it like what they're doing now. I see that there's a CPU player, so they actually have a setup for CPU, and I think that's obviously a computer player, which means I won't have a case of losing this, having a disconnected battle, since this is against CPU. Alright, so there we go. Excellent defense. Yeah, so this is how they should handle disconnected battles. If the other opponent disconnects, somehow just connect us to a equivalent ranked Digimon with a similar ranked evolution type that is reasonable difficulty for us to continue the battle, and maybe at least let us have a chance to still partake. The reality is we did waste those vital values, right? It's not fair for us who have spent... Let me focus on this. I'm terrible at this. The highest I've gotten is 22, 21, 22. Okay, let me continue my rant. So usually what you should do if the battle is disconnected is to patch us up with a comparable CPU player, and then, you know, let us get some points out of it, because we did get our vital values deducted. I really did get 3,000 values less. So it's really not fair. I paid the price, but I'm not getting any of the benefits, right? So anyway, I'm pretty sure I'm going to win this battle. So I'm just going to use W attack so you can take a look how the W attack animation works anyway. Because there were a few times I managed to use against the other players, but it's not captured on video. So it'll be fun. W attack, you can see there's a bar and it gets higher and higher and higher. The higher it is, the more damage it's going to deal. This is one bar, so it's not going to deal much damage. And his attack shots between the two of them will be the smaller type, the weaker attack. Usually each Digimon has a strong and a weak attack. This is the weak attack. Alright, but this is definitely going to win because, you know, it's SPmon and the stats are not in his favor. So I just won the last battle, and that's it. That's the experience I had for the entire oh, I skipped through that screen real quick, but it's okay. There's the other segment that I can try as well, since there is the Vital series where I have some Digimons to play with. But you know, that was my experience. I had 10 attempts, which 4 of them resulted in disconnects. Honestly, Bandai, this is how you should fix it. Please do that. What you call that? Oh, no. Yeah, please do that. Like, if the opponent has disconnected, firstly, punish the opponent that initiated the disconnect. I think Dragon Ball Legends does it that way. And okay, you don't have to punish them by deducting them points. I think Dragon Ball Legends apparently did it before, but it became unfair for those who happen to be traveling on the subway or MRT, and then they got disconnected because of bad issues. Not that they deliberately wanted to quit that. So you don't have to penalize them per se, but just don't need to reward them with a connecting battle. But the one that was online that suffered the disconnect should be routed to a CPU battle against him, against the opponent, or an equivalent dummy, you know, CPU evolution stage. Like if it's 2 megas, just patch him up against 2 random megas and let him have a go, and at least you don't waste it, you know. So you see, my vital values are deducted to, you know, 3,000, but I didn't get actually 10 battles, so I got 6, right? So it's really quite unfair. Alright, and like I said, the ranking now seems to be 64, but I'm not keeping my hopes up because, you know, chances are I will get knocked out of 64 very quickly. So it is what it is. If I get it, good. If I don't, so be it. I don't know how these people get like such a high rank. Is it because practice battles actually give you a rank? Just gonna try out anyway. Going to the Vital Bracelet series. These are the Digimons from the old Vital Bracelet that I raised, that I managed to port over. Let's see how the arena stacks up. Does it mean that I get 10 battles here as well? I suspect so, but what about the points? So it's got its own ranks. It's got its own points as well. But does that mean that if I rank highly, I will get if I rank highly, I will get some additional stuff here, meaning I will also get the same set of rewards. It is not clear in the announcement. If you just jump back to take a look, ranking arena complete battles. In this event, you have 10 battles and there'll be ranking reward. These are the open series, and at each the ranking rewards are these. So if I interpret it correctly, it means that, you know, I'm gonna get these items for each of these series. So that means I should play the Vital series as well, which I think it will be a lot more competitive. There will be old veteran players with seasoned Digimon that they ported over, and they'll be eager to fight with their strongest meta Digimon. Unlike the Bracelet BE series, where you saw the matchup that I had. There was once where I was matched up against 2 megas a few times, and those are the ones that you know that a player is going to play it through all the way, because you know he thinks he has a chance and he's willing to put in his effort to battle. And there was Imperial Dramon Paladin and Bizo Bumon, and there was the strongest match I had was the one against Arcturusmon and Regulusmon. It was a close match, it was powerful. Alright, so this is against CPU once again. Wait, let's go. Imperial Dramon Paladin. You can see him in action. Against CPU, I don't mind it. I mean, it's not a fair match, but honestly, better than the endless loop of never-ending loading screen and then giving me only 100 points. Sucks, man. That's totally sucks. You know what they should do to compensate these players that's disconnected? They should give them items that can recover their vital values. That's the best way and the most equitable way, and not to deduct the connection attempt. Right? It's not fair. The battle didn't happen, so why are you punishing me? So here we go. Let's use V attack just for fun. Oops, missed it, but it's okay. I'm pretty sure I'll win this match. So that's one. So the Vital Hero, because I did not load or buy any Vital Hero bracelet, I will only have the test characters to play with. Okay, so here we go. Imperial Dramon and Crimson Mode. Boom! Double swipe the weaker attacks. And we win. Yeah, so I'll probably use the test characters to play, and I'll definitely perform very badly, but it's just for fun, and it's also a good way to see if I lose, what are the points I get versus quitting. I suspect quitting gives you 100 points and losing just doesn't give you anything, and maybe that's why people are like quitting the app when they think they're gonna lose. But I don't know, I just don't feel good about it. If I'm gonna lose, I'm just gonna let myself lose. So anyway, this is win 300 points. Actually, if you look at a breakdown of the points, it doesn't seem to make sense to quit when you're about to lose, because look at it. From the points, if you win, you get 300. Just for battling, you get 100. Of course, depending on how much damage you make, you get some bonus points as well. And then turn points, the quick, I'm guessing the shorter number of turns, the more points you're gonna get. And action, like I guess what kind of action you took. Maybe the fact that you're tapping more buttons and then your defense phase, maybe you manage to defend better, you get more. I don't know what's evolve bonus. Maybe this is reserved for certain Digimon that can evolve during battle. Maybe there's something in the future that might happen. I don't know. But for now, that doesn't seem to be anything. And so if you lose, you might just be losing that 300 win points, but you should be getting more points in the other categories. So let's try that out, because I know for sure I'm gonna lose when I use the Vital Hero test characters, which is just an Agumon and a Greymon. So the rest of the 9 battles here, I'll just play it in my own time outside of this recording. And I don't know, I might get some items, I might not, I don't mind, but I just am pissed at the way that they're handling, you know, the what you call it, the system. You know, when people quit on the battle, it's so painful for those that are facing the quitters. Okay, so let's see. I'm trying this, although I know I'm gonna lose. It's just to see what are the points like when I lose. And it's a good analysis for you guys who are watching the video, whether it's a good idea to quit the match. My hypothesis is that it's not. When you lose a match rather than quit a match, you potentially get more points. Okay, I got disconnected there. Let's try again. Not surprising. I think there's just an overload on the server as well, like in general, because there's just so many people wanting to try this out, and their server load capacity might not have been prepared for such. And you know here, this matching is not considered quitting because you see the battle attempts are still 10, right? So they didn't consider that quit. So I knew those people. I actually saw their character lineups very clearly, and then we even selected who is to go first. At least I selected mine, and then they just went radio silent from there. It was just like 15 minutes of waiting. It was agonizing. So this part I'm a little concerned because I don't know how many Vital Hero players will be here. You see, I'm against CPU because, you know, there's not enough players on Vital Hero playing on the app. And this is really strong though, Canoe's-mon. I don't know if I stand a chance. I might actually lose this. Oh dear, I made a mistake. I'm gonna lose this. Okay, max 6. Oh my god. This is going to be a massacre. Okay, let's see. Honestly, I'm also hoping that I lose. Oh no, okay. Sorry, I take back my word. I might actually win this. It seems like against CPU we actually stand a chance. But if I'm against a real player, I'll probably lose this match quite badly. Okay, but let's see. Maybe if not many people are actually playing this, might get some free items along the way. So case in point, just because you don't have Digimon in the series, use the test characters anyway. It's free, so why not? In worst case, what's gonna happen? I might get a low rank, but I'll get some vital drinks to boost my main Imperial Dramon. So here we go. He might win. Canoe's-mon, champion against ultimate. How does that work? I don't know. I'm just here for the battles. Alright, let's see Greymon and Agumon's W attack. Oh, bad. Oh no. Negative 29. Okay, I don't know if Greymon's gonna lose, but Stingmon's attack can be quite powerful. Ooh, getting close. Okay, W attack all the way. Oh, max W attack, so you can get to see. That's how it looks like. You shoot their ultimate attacks each, strongest attacks, and boom, bada bing, bada boom. Stingmon's gone. Okay, not the best example for case where I'm trying to lose. Let me just do a sanity check here. Because after all, we are looking at the rankings. Oh my goodness, at 587 I'm really top. Wait, what's happening? Oh, because not many people are even trying here. Okay, but there are some players with some good Digimons here and there. Maybe we could reach one where we lose. Just trying to try. I'm not trying to curse myself. I don't mind being in the top 100 getting some items, but I wanted to take a look at how it's like to lose. Okay, I'm against DK Flammy. Hey, he's one of the players from Discord. Hello DK, nice to see you here. He might win me on this. It's a live battle against a fellow person. Discord. Also, case in point, for those who are interested in getting to a community with about Digimon. I'm getting serious here. Oh man, I missed it. Okay, so yes, those who are trying to get into a community with the Digimon Vital Bracelet, our Discord link is in the description below. Alright, he played it well. That's the right time to use a W attack, I guess. Good way to show the new players DK Flamey. Yes, so he's from our Discord and everyone's there just discussing about Digimon stuff and hanging out. You're cool guys, and you can find us there. I'm not gonna win this battle, so this is perfect. Thanks DK Flamey for flaming me on this match. And here we can see how it's like to lose. And let's see, my hypothesis is right, that we don't get, you know, more points for quitting. My hypothesis is that losing still give me more points. And let's see if I'm right. Oh, so I'll probably learn that trick from him in the future, using W attack on the first go, just to get rid of one of the opponent. And I think if he's gone, he doesn't have a partner, I don't think he will be able to use W attack. So just case in point, I don't have a partner, so I don't have a W attack option now. See? So that's good. If you are confident that your W attack will finish off the opponent, why not? Alright. And that's my style, by the way. Just because I'm on the losing end, I'm not going to give up a fight. I'm just going to go all the way still. So Greymon's gone, but I'm still putting in my best to see if I can at least get rid of his Agumon. Almost there. Let's see. Let's see if I can at least get rid of one Digimon. Agumon's not going down without a fight. And case in point, maybe if I do enough damage, I might get more than just 100 points for battling. I might get some extra bonus points for damage, for turn, for, you know, and I'm also reducing the amount of points you get. So if you're being a little spiteful, like, hey, no, you are using some overpowered Digimon on me, it's not fair. Yeah, you can, by prolonging the battle rather than quitting, you actually get to reduce the points that he's supposed to earn. But of course, the most destructive way is to quit and then both people get only 100 points, which is probably what I faced in the Bracelet BE matches earlier. Seems I would enjoy this a little more. Oh, smart. So he swapped him out. So Greymon got the damage. So he didn't lose any Digimon. Very smart strategist. DK Flamey. I wonder if I should tell him that he's being featured on this recording. Please don't pull your personal privacy data stuff on me. Nothing personal here. Anyway, it's just your pseudonym online, right? Okay, so good job, DK Flamey. And I lose. So let's see, how many points did I get from that battle lost? Case in point, 262. So I get 100, I get some damage points, I get an action bonus for dragging it out, and it's 262 points. So that's great. So this is positive affirmation that you should not quit a battle, because just by pulling through, you get 200 points rather than, 100 points for quitting. So why quit, right? So I'm just going to go back here, just going to play some battles. But I think this concludes my video for this pre-online battle event. In summary, some comments. Interestingly, each one has their own series, which is probably what I expected, how I expected them to execute it anyway. That each one, because they are isolated Digimon with different stats, so they have to segregate the battles anyway. So it should be 3 different series of championships to fight through. Each one has 10 battles. Each one requires 300 vitals to play, unless you are using their test characters. So test characters don't consume any vitals. So just Agumon and Greymon had 0 vitals, and it could just play through. And tip, just play through using the test characters, even though they are just test characters, because you'll be getting some points here and there. You'll be getting the items even if you ranked lowly, the items in the 100th to 1500 rank, you get some vital drinks. So why not just get it? It's free, right? Free things are always good, unless you really are short of time. So honestly, just take up a few hours. I think it will take a few hours because each battle seems to drag a little long. So in summary, that is it. And feedback to Bandai is, come on, like, this disconnecting thing is really irritating. What you need to do is to get your act together. Okay, I'm joking, but if a player faces disconnect, let us match up with a CPU. Simple as that. And if we have a CPU, things will be a lot better, for those who are facing the disconnect. And for those who have been quitting because you see a powerful opponent, just battle your way through. If you disconnect, you're only going to get 100 points. And you have consumed the vitals for quitting. What is the point of quitting? And you just spent one attempt. Because even for you, having gone through that matching of their opponent, you would have consumed one attempt. And there's only like 10 attempts in this. So you consume one precious attempt just to avoid losing face of losing. But you only got 100 points. But if you lose gracefully and fighting it out, you get a 200 points. That's like, at least you get some better points accumulated than 100. So I've just provided evidence there. Even when I lost to DK Flamey over there, I still got 200 points. So it makes sense to just push through the battles. So put the word out there, don't quit, just hold on and continue fighting till you win. Or you lose, but either way you get more points than quitting. And that is the end for this log. As you can see, it is so bad. I've disconnected. I've been unable to get a matching with an opponent 2 times in a row now. So I'm just gonna try again and just keep trying. But otherwise, thank you for watching this log. I hope you found this useful, and this is probably a good documentation of how the first pre-online event went. And if you want to look at it for reference for newer and upcoming events in 2023, this is a good way to see. Oh, against a live player. Okay, actually the video technically has ended, but if you're interested, you can see how this battle plays out. I'm just going to continue recording, but otherwise, don't forget to hit like and subscribe with Omega Blade and whatever attack that Digimon Crimson Mode has. I'm still continuing my logs for the Bracelet BE. I'm releasing them on a daily basis as much as possible. Every Digimon that I raise, I will document all the animation. Come on, guy, don't tell me you're quitting. Okay, this could be my connection issue. When you see waiting, it could be your own internet connectivity that is being intermittent. But I'm hoping, let me see, I hope that it's not some endless loop crap. But yeah, I would really like to battle this guy, but he could leave because he has 2 virus Digimon. Both Digimon X and Digimon Crimson Mode are virus type, while Imperial Drama Paladin is a vaccine type. If I'm not mistaken, when you have a type advantage here, it does more damage because it's not about hitting the opponent or missing more frequently. It's because it's turn-based, so you're definitely gonna hit or miss, and it's just a matter of how much damage you're doing. So if it doesn't continue, I'll have to stop the recording here. So, but otherwise, please check out my other videos, my playlist, the ones where I document everything. I document it being recorded in the codex with the description. I'll add in some comments of my own when I'm reading through their description because I find them sometimes really funny and exaggerated. I also document their training animations because different training animations, they actually look quite different. It's quite cute. And I also document their attacks when they battle and when they sleep. So literally everything that I find fascinating about the bracelet, I actually document for the Digimon. Otherwise, looks like it's not gonna continue, but thank you for watching. It's a messy rollout of a pre-event. I hope Bandai makes some improvements, but this is kind of what you can expect as a skeleton of how the future events will be like. Probably similar format of battling with a limited number of attempts, which I like honestly, because earlier raid attempts on the lab app was so grindy. Sorry, I'm ranting here, but in the earlier iterations, you have an unlimited amount of attempts because you have raid tickets, but those raid tickets sometimes just don't seem to run out, and you just keep fighting and fighting, and everybody is just like participating in the raid and just trying to get up more points than the other, and just everybody's just trying to scramble up to the top. So there's no limit to how many times you can partake, and then it's just so grindy. So I find myself for each raid event, you know, spending like almost 1 hour every day just trying to rack up raid points, and then at the end of the day just getting like 2 storage capsules, which by the way is all wasted because the app is no longer in use. So you get a raid profile which is also just going to disappear in March. So it's really sad the way it's executed. So I really like that it's limited. So probably in the future these events will be limited in terms of the number of attempts. You can go in, you use, you try, but each time you'll be spending vital values in order to partake rather than tickets like in the past. So you don't have tickets, you just spend vital values to, you know, attempt a battle. And if you need to get vital values up, that's too bad. You just have to put it back in the bracelet and increase, or you can give it vital drinks. Honestly, I don't really like the idea of the vital values reducing every time I enter a battle, because it's just weird, and then it means that I have to affect my progress of raising Digimon, because now I suddenly have to put Imperial Dramon Paladin back into my bracelet to increase his vitals before it can be used for the next battle. It's just strange. Just let us get vital values if you win at least. So if you lose, you don't get vital values, fair enough. But if you win, you get a boost in vital values on the app. I think that's better. That's what we are used to anyway, and that's what's happening on the bracelet anyway. So anyway, I'm ranting. So the format is going to be quite similar to what you have seen. Limited number of battles, getting points. Higher points means higher rank. Higher rank give you better reward items, like currently the most sought after item would be the ability regenerator. So you can just change the ability that Digimon has to give it new abilities. So, you know, if you have a Mega Digimon that you like, but it's a normal rank ability, or you have an SR ability, but it's like some weird, you know, BP increase and you don't like BP, well, by using the ability kind of, what you call it, the ability ticket, you can get a new ability until you get an ability that you like. So that's cool. Makes it a little more interesting and makes you want to fight in arena battle more rather than just bragging rights. So very clearly you can see now there's no way I'm getting into that battle. So thank you everyone for watching. Have a good Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.